We're starting today talking about marriage and the secret to having a long and happy one.
What is the secret, Eamonn?
Darling, I'll tell you what the secret is. The secret is compromise.
Yeah.
The secret is consideration.
True.
And lots of conjugals. That is, don't just take my word for it. Is that not a point?
There's a lot in what he says, but I'd like to have your side of the story as well.
I would say laughter. That's what keeps us together.
Yeah.
The reason we're talking about this, 50 years ago, Jilly Cooper wrote a book called How to Stay Married. Eamonn's got it there. And now, she said she's reading it now and says she's horrified. She said, I got it all wrong, because some of the advice, Deirdre, in this, she said, you need to rush home. She said, men don't like seeing their women stressed and slaving at home. So get home from work, clean, iron, cook, and then make yourself look pretty before your husband gets home. Unbelievable. Never blab about affairs, whether it's yours or his. Just don't talk about them. She says about chores, a wife must be a housekeeper, cook, hostess, laundress, seamstress, beguiling companion, glamour girl, assistant breadwinner, and a willing bedfellow, hence the conjugals, Eamonn.
Slave. It sounds like a slave, doesn't it? Yeah. And also, it's quite interesting, the book is so clearly, I don't actually say specifically for women, but it's all about how women should shape themselves and mould themselves around making the man happy.
Yes.
And I don't think there are many tips about how the men should
But do you
shape
remember
themselves.
this book?
I do remember this book. I mean, I would have been married 50 years at the end of this year.
It's just amazing.
So it must
Could I give you a wedding present? Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, some of the things she said, I think she now says herself, doesn't she, that important stuff she would say differently now is like sharing the chores is really important, and I would absolutely echo that. I mean, maybe there were these absolutely super women who used to do it all. I think...
Well, maybe then, this is 1969, not as many women were working, so maybe her advice at that time was, you know, you might have been at home all day, but just try and, you know, look nice and be nice when your husband comes home.
Even then, there was lots of research showing that women who were just, you know, making themselves so much like the secondary person all the time, they did gradually slide off into depression and low self-esteem. I mean, it's not for nothing. It's not just about, you know, a notion of equality that we've changed these things. There's actually very practical reasons why more egalitarian relationships
they still say, don't they, the statistics show that even when women are working full-time, like their husband or partner, they're still doing 80% of the chores at home. Absolutely,
yes, it's really hard. And I think...
Not mine, because Eamonn's very good, actually. I have to say this before we make jokes about
He's looking...
we are.
I'm getting a narrow-eyed
We do. Eamonn and I have a very equal relationship. You know, it's very equal in our marriage. And people say, oh, who wears the trousers? I go, well, nobody. You know, you find your way. He's not the boss, I'm not the boss. And I think modern relationships, that's probably how it should be now.
I would really agree. I think that's very important. But you're absolutely right. I mean, I hear all the time from... particularly women, you know, who are finding that they're putting in all the effort, they are doing most of the chores, they are doing most of the childcare. And there's this infuriating thing that if the men do anything, they say, I'm helping you.
Empty the dishwasher for you.
Yes,
Put the washing out for you.
As if it's...
Yeah, a little bit of thanks would go a long way. For that sort of thing.
Eamonn's thing of emptying the dishwasher, he leaves it all on the side because he doesn't actually know
where things go.
So he goes, I've emptied the dishwasher, go, onto the worktop.
But often the role models men were given at that time in the form of films, you know, the way a woman was perceived, you know, and, you know, the Doris Day look. Never a hair out of place, a domestic goddess.
You had a rude awakening when you married me, didn't you?
I had a rude awakening, yes.
And also often the way they've been brought up. You know, there was this phrase, wasn't there, that, you know, a mother would make a rod for another woman's back. Yeah. And I think that's so much less true these days. And you'd really want to see it in families that the boys had to help as much as the girls.
Definitely. I mean, I'm really strict about that with Jack.
She's very strict.
No, but I am.